Hi, I'm Shah from Chocolate Yoga, and I'd like to step you through making the perfect Sacred Mayan hot chocolate with a beautiful product, Sacred Mayan Cacao, the most energy intense cacao on the planet. So Sacred Mayan Cacao comes in this block form called cacao liquor, and I'm going to show you how to turn this into a beautiful Sacred Mayan Cacao hot chocolate. So the first thing we need to do is get it in a powdered form like this, and there's a number of ways of doing this. So you can simply shave it with a knife just to get it into as fine a powder as possible. You can grate it with a grater. Or you can just, if you're lazy like me, you can rough chop the whole block and stick it in the food processor. Okay, so we can now put the whole lot in the food processor. And voila, powdered cacao. So now we have the cacao in the powdered form. The first thing we're going to do is pour about half a cup of water. So we need about 110 to 125 mils of water, boiled, and just let it cool for just a couple of minutes there. Still needs to be reasonably warm. We're going to add in 2 reasonably level tablespoons of Sacred Mayan cacao powder, and then we're going to add in the water really slowly. So we just need to take just a little bit of water there, just a few mils, just enough that when we stir it, it starts to go into a nice thick paste. So we're going to add in the whole lot of water slowly. A little bit more there. And it's important to just add in a little bit of water at a time. What this does is it allows the cacao butter to melt. And as the cacao butter melts, the whole mixture goes into a beautiful thick paste. So you can see now that the mixture is starting to get nice and thick and smooth, which is how we want it. We don't want any lumps of cacao at the bottom of our drink, and adding the water slowly make sure we don't have that little issue. So now just want to add in the next lot of water, and you'll see that the cacao is starting to get really smooth, still nice and thick. You just want to get any lumps out. The more we stir it, the more the lumps will disappear and it'll start to get really silky. And at this stage it looks super delicious. We don't usually have it this thick. We actually have it a little thinner. So we could add in, at this stage, we get in the rest of the water. And as we get to this stage, you'll see that you get this really nice, beautiful film on the top of the cacao. This is the cacao butter. You won't get this with normal cacao powders. You just certainly won't get a drink looking this good. Now, this looks really velvety and delicious. So this is, and it's nice and smooth. There's no bits at the bottom now. It's all gone into solution. It's looking delicious. So now we add in the spices. We'll start with just a little bit of vanilla. We've got an 1/8 of a teaspoon measure here. So we're looking at just take about half that. Not too much vanilla. Certainly wouldn't want any more than that. We're going to use now some cinnamon. You can probably have a little bit more cinnamon and then vanilla. So now we're going to add in the cayenne. Now the cayenne, or chili, is a really important part of this mixture, and because this is what the shaman calls the spiritual accelerator. It actually helps integrate the cacao energy into the body and get everything moving. So this is the part that really helps the cacao work in with the body's energy. And you can put in quite a bit if you like a lot of chili, but if you really are not into chili at all, it's still important to just put a little bit in. Just put a homeopathic dose in, because this really activates the cacao. And then lastly, we're going to put in a nice serve of rapadura or sweetener. We prefer rapadura because the taste has a nice treacly taste, matches well with the cacao, but you can use coconut nectar, coconut sugar, agave, but just no processed sugars. This is really important because the processed sugars actually really don't work well with the energy of the cacao. They actually reduce the vibration of the cacao. And here we have it, beautiful sacred hot chocolate. So just pour it into our cup. And we're done. Cheers. Blessings to the cacao spirit.